that verse all week in Deuteronomy. Well, let's just go there. Let's start right there. Go to Deuteronomy, 32nd chapter, starting at the 8th verse.
Bless the Lord.
Yes, bless me, Lord. Yes.
Bless him.
I'm not preaching.
Yeah, you are.
But I know I am, because my son told me this morning, yes, you are, Mom. You've been preaching to me for years. So. You can just do this. Deuteronomy 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. Everybody got it?
Amen.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. He found him in a desert land, and in the waste howling wilderness he led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye. As an eagle stirreth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, spreadeth abroad her wings, taking them beareth them on her wings. So the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him.
Amen.
Now, we are the apple of his eye. He loves his people. Do you know that? And no matter what we do, no matter what my kids do, even if they ended up on death row, God forbid, Mama is usually there. If nobody else is, Mama's going to be there. And I was thinking about my grandbabies. Now, that's the apple of my eye right there. Now, last Friday, I went to pick up the girls from Cammie after she got off work. And Chloe started preaching to me and about God's love and in your heart and how you treat your fellow man. And she was doing this. And I just looked at her and she said, now I'm not speaking in tongues, but I'm speaking the truth, and you know I am. I said, preach it, Chloe. That's the apple of my eye right there. Now, Kira told me, no matter what, she loves me wrinkly and crinkly. That's what she told me. But she's the apple of my eye, too, And so you're trying to grasp what that means. Well, I'm going to tell you a story. Back many, many, many years ago, 1983, I got married to a wonderful Southern preacher from Tennessee. And I knew I was right where God wanted me to be. Because I had a terrible first marriage. A lot of abuse. And Dad's told you before, he absolutely came over and stood guard while I got out of this terrible situation. So I was single, raising these two boys for many years by myself. So finally, the Lord blessed me. And I was married a long time, about 7.5 years, to this wonderful man. And he was very charismatic, very full of the Holy Ghost, had a wonderful ministry. He could play that piano and sing, he could preach. And I thought, I'm right where the Lord wants me to be. And all through our marriage, he would tell me, I'm married to the apple of God's eye. He said, I had a talk with the Lord about you the other day. I said, you did? What was that all about? He said, he told me you was the apple of his eye. I said, yeah, right. The apple core, I'm sure, And many times through that 7 years, he'd tell me, I'm married to the apple of God's eye. I can't believe that. That's wonderful. One night, he came home from work, and he said, I love you, and I love these boys, but I no longer wish to be married, and I'm leaving come Friday. I said, you're kidding me. He said, no, he wasn't kidding. And that's been 29 years ago, I don't know. Many years ago. But it kicked me in the gut, knocked the wind right out of me. Lord, how did I miss the boat? He laid in bed that night crying. I can't believe I'm leaving the apple of God's eye. And I didn't hear that. Well, the very next night we had church over at Crawford and Garfield. And I played the piano. Lisa was up on the piano with me because I was teaching her. Come here, honey, I want you. She's 13, 14. I said, sit down beside me. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. You need to know this. So she's sitting there watching me. And that night I didn't tell Lisa. I didn't tell Dad. I didn't tell Daisy. Nobody knew. And I came into that church. And I went straight up to the piano like I always did. But I was broken. Oh, I was broken. And there was a little white-headed man sitting in the back row. And And I said, Dad, who is that? Dad said, I don't know. I've never seen him before. I don't know who that is. But when church was over, I grabbed my purse, and I threw it on my shoulder, kissed my daddy bye, and I headed right to the back door. And that man stopped me. He said, now, honey, I can't let you get out of here without me telling you what the Lord told me to tell you, or I'm going to get a whooping. And I thought, I don't want to hear nothing no preacher's got to say to me. I didn't want to hear it. I was very bitter, I was very mad, I was angry. You know, you go through roller coaster of emotions. Ooh, it's the last thing I wanted. I thought, Joe, just get this over with. He said, now I don't know you, I don't know nothing about you. He said, but God told me I have to tell you this. And he grabbed my hand and he started crying. He said, now honey, listen, because this isn't from me, this is straight from the throne of God. And he grabbed my hand and he said, little one, thou apple of mine eye. I said, woo! I'm listening now, Lord, what? I mean, it just got me. Because my husband had just told me, I'm leaving the apple of his eye. I know I am. And this man didn't know me, Dad didn't know him, nothing. And he started prophesying over me.
I never heard this story.
Really? Well, tell me things that if I would stay with him, stay close to him, he'll pour me out a blessing such as my soul cannot contain. Blah, blah, blah. I was so much. He said, I can't even hardly remember all of it. But Brother Tex never did really know the significance of what he said to me that night. And last week I heard you guys all talking about Brother Tex. I thought, man, I got to tell him about Brother Tex, what he did for me. He doesn't even realize what he did. He died not knowing what he did for me, you know. And like I said, I'm not a long preacher. I'm not even a preacher, but I want to share with you
That's good.
what it means to be the apple of his eye. You know, Drew asked me this week, what does that mean, Mom? Because I was studying it, and I was talking to him about it. What does that really mean? I said, Drew, ain't you ever seen on cartoons when somebody's in love and this apple pops up in their eye and it's a gleam? That's how I feel about my grandbabies. It's like your love. Oh, your palms sweat, and they're going to call you, and I can't wait to see them, and they're coming over. It's totally different than your kids, you know. Now, my kids I love, and Drew's the apple of my eye. He's my baby. Let me tell you what happened this week. He finally is getting his life straightened up, and he got a job. And he was at tree trimming company, and he is carrying a big 250-pound log, and he's putting it through this wood chipper. And this hand is resting up here on the safety, that bar that he goes with it. And he's pushing that log, and that log jumped it, blew his finger off. Now he grabbed it, and they get to the hospital, and he calls me, Mom, I need you, I really need you. Now, he'll be 36 years old next month, but he needed his mother. And buddy, I went, I was there. Yes, he did. And so, blew the son of bone out, I mean, shorter, tore the whole meaty pad off, hanging by his, and the doctor took that off, and he's working on it, he's trying to skin graft it back after he dropped it on the floor. Drew said, did you just drop my finger on the floor? He said, yeah, I did, sorry. He picked it up, and he put it through some iodine, and sewed it on. Now he's all wrapped up, you know. But I said, you know, that what happens to him, that's half of my eye. That's my baby. So if you can understand where you are in God, you truly are the apple of his eye.
You're going to tell about this other Davis, how she became a Davis again.
Yeah, that must be the second part of the story.
She called me on the phone and said, Dad just set up, found this little church out here, and this guy's a fiddle player, and he was a musician at the Presley Theater for years and years, and God filled him with the Holy Ghost, and he started a little church out there. And so every time I go by there, I think I ought to stop there. And she said, so I finally stopped. And said, he's just like you. It's just like you. I said, well, there ain't nothing like me. She said, he's just like you. And so we went out and sung at his church. And lo and behold, he's just like me. And we hit off real great. And that's when Daisy went through her trial in the hospital, all that. But it wasn't very long after that She said, oh, I met the most wonderful man, Dad. And said, his name's Davis. And Lloyd Davis.
That's what did it, Lloyd. It was the last one that was.
And he was of the New England Davises. He's from New England country. He don't talk that Bostonese. I can't talk over there. But that's where he's from. His mother and dad, and what wonderful people they proved to be. And Lord has made Tammy very, very happy.
Yeah, that's just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. Lord, just bless me. It's a wonderful marriage. And we're getting ready to celebrate our 18th anniversary.
And his Lord was in church, serving God. He wasn't looking for anybody. He was looking to the Lord. And God sent her to him under those circumstances. And there's such a great spirit between them two. They're just made for each other. And I just thank the Lord for what. See, God can. She didn't see that, but God was looking way on down the line. Amen. And I love old Lord. He's a good guy. Let me tell you, he's a good boy. He's a Davis. Yeah.
I used to be 84 today.
Geez, Lord, he's nice to know.